me, is this seat taken? Got dog hair on the lens. So today what we're going to do, we're going to quickly show you how to do a really easy job on a Miata, and that's to replace one of the driving lights, daytime running light and signal light, one unit. We're going to take the cracked, moisture filled one off and just put this one on, and while we're at it we're going to check out the connection for the bulb, make sure that the contacts are clean, bulb's intact and working properly, and then we'll put a little bit of dielectric grease on the contacts while we're in there and make sure we get it all done right. So what you'll need for this job is a Phillips number 2. Carefully pull that out. Don't take the screws all the way out, because if you leave them in just a little bit, they'll be out of here but still threaded into this part, and it'll give you, sometimes these don't want to come out, so you can, if you've got the screws in a little, you can pull on the screws to pull the thing out. So that's a nice little trick to help you get it to come loose. So that's the old one. As you can see, it's cracked, it's got moisture inside of it, so we're gonna put that one, file that one under G for garbage. Now the new one, or the new used one, is looking quite good. It's been polished up. We used some nice plastic polish on that to make it look good. And what we'll do before we reattach that one is we'll check the contacts on the bulb, and we'll make sure both the filaments are intact, and they appear to be just fine. So we'll reuse this bulb, and then we'll have a look inside here at the 2 contacts at the bottom of this fitting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go grab a little screwdriver, and I'm going to bend them up a little bit towards us, and I'm going to put a bit of dielectric grease on, and that's this stuff here. And that, just a little bit of that will help to prevent moisture from getting in there in the winter time and get a better connection for the bulb electrically. So I'll be right back with that screwdriver. We've got our little screwdriver, and what we're going to do is we're just going to carefully pry the little contact up just a bit, because they get, you know, they can get pushed down quite a bit over the years. So we'll just pull it up just a bit, not too much because you don't want to break it. And then I'll sometimes also, I'll rub some of the lead off there that's deposited itself from previous bulbs over the years. There we go. And next I'll put a little tiny bit of this on each of the contacts. And there's also another contact in the side here, so I'll put a little bit of this just on the side of the bulb, just a thin coat just to help it along. And the other thing, you want to be careful not to get it all over the bulb surface, because the bulb will be all dirty then. There we are. So now if you want, it's always a good idea to test that now before you put it all back together. No. I'll do that. I'll turn on the park lights first. It should be on. Turn them off. Then hit the hazard switch. And if both of those 2 different filaments just came into play there. So if both of those functions work, then your bulb's fine. Everything's working the way it should be. So next, you want to take a look at the back side of this. There's 2 little slots that are the same as each other, then there's one that's twice as big as those. So you have to line it up correctly. That's the bigger slot. You've got the 2 little wings here, and you've got the big wing, and that's the one you want to line up with the back of your signal housing. Push it in all the way, a little bit of a turn, and she's fully locked.
Is that pretty much what you have to do if you replace a bulb?
Anytime you replace a bulb, that's exactly what you need to do. Yeah.
So you have to remove the lens just like you did.
Exactly, yeah. There we are. So again, not too tight when you do them up, just snug. There we are. Now you've got a serviceable working signal lamp. You winterize the connections inside and you're all ready to go.